Way you'd be in Batwa from Karachi. But to talk about the book first, I would like to invite Mr. H.N. Akhtar. Mr. H.N. Akhtar has been a very senior civil servant, and he has written many books. He's a poet, he's an author of many books, and he has also written a chapter in this current book, which has been written by Iqbal Bhai. So I would like to invite Mr. H.N. Akhtar to come and deliver opening remarks and talk about this book and about Iqbal Bhai and about the whole history behind it. Akhtar Sahab.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's a great honor for me to be the first speaker for introducing this very unusual book. I don't know where to start, but I would probably like to discuss the uniqueness of this book in the many autobiographies that I have read so far. It's almost quite a fashion in Pakistan that bureaucrats, politicians, generals, and some businessmen write their autobiographies. And they have two characteristics. One is that they are very selectively edited. And generally speaking, most of them are ghost written by a professional writer on a dictation by the supposed author. So with the result that when you see these autobiographies, they are a very glossy, edited version of how great the personality was who's got his autobiography. I suppose I shouldn't name, but you would know that many a general has their ghost-written autobiographies and talking as if they conquered nearly half the world and how good they were. The second point which I would like to say about this book is, firstly, it's candid. It is candid to the extent of being cruel. He has not spared himself. He has not spared anybody else who came in his life story. And I suppose a dose of truth, I think, is much better than glamorizing things. But this autobiography has one more merit, and that is it's not about a person, frankly speaking. It is about an era. It is about an era which is the most historically turbulent era, as one promising a lot, one which is in trouble, namely the creation of Pakistan and its economic build-up. I, as a student in college at that time, I was a part of Muslim Student Federation, and we used to go around saying, "Leke rahenge Pakistan," and for which, sometimes you suffered jail, sometimes fines. My scholarship was confiscated. But we had an ideal, and the ideal stemmed from the fact that the leader of the movement of Pakistan was a man who was totally selfless. In fact, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, I would say, had the three characteristics which they say are necessary for leadership. The leadership qualities which the most of the management gurus say are, number one, he has no personal agenda. Muhammad Ali Jinnah had no personal agenda. If he had any personal agenda, he should have looked after his health, and instead of being a man struggling for a country in the as opposition of both the English and the majority community. Second thing about leaders, they say, is that he has a vision and a goal. That too is a very difficult thing, because to envisage something out of nothing, a vacant horizon, it's a very great quality. But the third quality, which is the most important, is that he has the integrity to make people follow him towards that goal. So this is the most difficult one. And I think he succeeded in the third one also, because as Iqbal Ismail has said in his book, the people who had the money came with his call to build up the initial economy of Pakistan. And that is the great merit of this book, that this book now not only says that era and what were the difficulties of era, but also pays tribute to the grand Memon community, to those nice people like Muhammad Ali Habib, Rahimullah, Isfahanis, who were the ones, and Azamjis, who are the ones who contributed towards the initial economic start of the enterprise called Pakistan Incorporated. Now, the second thing about Iqbal Ismail is that he had a very varied career. And I met him when I was a very medium level civil servant and propelled into this era of capital markets and investment. I had no qualification to be that. Frankly speaking, I had studied economics. I was originally a custom officer. So to know capital market or investment, to have a little bit of understanding of that was difficult. But then I was posted. It happens in bureaucracy. So I was posted as Deputy Secretary Investment. And my first call in ICP, Investment Corporation of Pakistan, which was being headed by the late Shakarullah Durrani, I met this gentleman, Iqbal Ismail. And I was told that he belongs to a very rich, respectable Memon business family. And I said, what is he doing here as an analyst? So it appeared that he, after his studies in America, came and took up a salaried job with the Investment Corporation of Pakistan. And that's how we know each other. Of course, during the years, our friendship, our acquaintance with each other has solidified, as is my love with the capital market. I mean, it's a lifelong affair. But I am only an academic person. He is a practitioner. The book, therefore, tells the amazing story of how a country born out of nothing almost, because there was no established organization, there was no government, there was no money, and there was no industry in Pakistan. I remember only in Shadra there was a match factory called Bimco. There was one or two textile mills. But